Hello and welcome back to another episode of whatever this is. It's not an advent calendar. That is the only thing I do know for sure, that this is not an advent calendar. The other thing I do know for sure is that I've, again, not slept in too many days and nights, mostly though. So I've been attacked by phantoms while I was standing up on the tree there, preparing to start recording. But I managed to fight them off with my super impressive bow skills, and they just all died to the fire after I hit them once each. Because they're not that tough. And it was only three. Anyway, I mentioned it in the last episode, in yesterday's episode. I didn't have time to record today, and still I put it off until today, so this might be late. It's definitely late. It should go out in 3 minutes, according to the schedule I set for myself. And that's not gonna happen. So there we go. I did manage to actually read all the comments, and they were mostly, people were okay with me rambling for a while, and that's fine. That's good, good to hear. It feels like that's like the one thing I offer is rambling and rants and stuff like that. So it's good that people don't hate that, at least not enough to post a comment about it on a video that is basically just that. And then, there was one interesting comment. I know they were interesting, don't get me wrong, but one that had more to offer in a way, and that was by Valerie, with a very German-sounding last name. If that is her last name, it might just be like a pseudonym for privacy's sake. Who knows if her real name is Valerie? You don't know. My real name might not be Nolivkova. You'll never know. You can't be certain. Does this still work? Of course it does. Very nice. Our bell still works. And she mentioned that she enjoys watching me do parkour, which is really weird to me because I don't really do a lot of parkour. I guess I do this weird jumping around, but I don't really I don't really enjoy super structured parkour or parkour maps that are just parkour. I do enjoy the parkour on Monumenta because it gives me stuff and I like getting stuff. And I also like just completing those because there's like a challenge aspect to it, which that's one thing. I guess if you challenge me to do something, I'm more likely to do it. Like if you make a parkour map and say it's gonna be too hard for me to beat, then I'll beat it. Because I'm a child. But yeah, anyway. So I'm not sure about the parkour thing, and that would also be there would have not been time for that today, because as I mentioned, this should be going live now, and it's not even in the process of uploading. So I don't know. I shouldn't really ramble for too long today, I guess. But another thing is that you mentioned was that as a U.S. resident, and I guess most of you are, not all of you, but I actually don't know the percentages right now because YouTube. I don't think I don't think they give me those stats anymore. They used to give them to me very precisely, or presumably very precisely, but for some reason that has changed, and I don't see even the raw data view there. I don't see the geography details as accurately as I used to. So I don't know what the percentages are, but it's probably safe to assume that the majority of my viewership is US American, not just North American. Canada is actually a relatively smaller percentage. Get it together, Canada. I know there are a few Canadians actually who watch very regularly, so it's all good. Don't worry about it. But I guess back to the point. The difference between Christmas traditions and Advent, I guess, in specifically in Austria, which is where I'm from, in case you didn't know, and then that compared to US stuff. I think there's a big difference. I think one thing that I noticed last year when I did the poems and stuff is that Advent, the waiting period, waiting for Christmas, the time from the 1st to the 24th, and all that comes along with it, like Advent calendars and stuff like that. That's not really a thing internationally. I think it's like a thing all over Europe for the most part, but I think it's just a very German and then therefore Austrian cultural thing. I don't think that's like there are no Advent poems in any other language than German, basically, because that's just not a thing. It's really, I don't know. It's weird. And I think there are similar traditions. I mean, for one part of it, it's definitely it's a Catholic thing. I'm sure. And then yeah, most of like the north of Europe is not Catholic, so or not that Catholic at least. So it's less of a thing there. But even I don't know. Maybe I guess I didn't really look for I don't know Italian poems specifically or anything like that because I don't speak the language or Spanish or I don't know Polish, Croatian, whatever other Catholic countries that are very Catholic in a lot of ways. So I don't know if they have those poems and traditions too, but I think that's definitely a thing that's very different in Austria compared to the U.S. And it's not really necessarily a thing anymore, but I think it's still more a thing than it is in the U.S. It's the whole like the lead up. It's not just Christmas, and then also I guess Christmas is on the 24th for us, not on the 25th, which is also a big difference. But the emphasis is on the whole build up and the four like the Advent wreath down there, the 4 Sundays, the 4 Advent Sundays. I don't as much as I have found out in my very I don't know limited quote unquote research last year is that that's not really a thing for you guys. And also the Advent calendar thing, which I guess that's sort of become a thing more globally because, well, they can sell people or companies can sell something, so that's why it's a thing. They like selling things, so yeah. But it just definitely feels like the whole lead up to Christmas is more important in German, Austrian culture than it is in other cultures, which is interesting, to me at least. And more specifically, I guess we can get into more details in more episodes. I have 20 more days to fill, so I shouldn't get everything out there right now. In terms of what was it, books, movies, other traditions. Yeah. Also, it's the 4th. Yeah. I will have more stuff to talk about tomorrow, and maybe I'll do some building stuff. I probably won't. I probably won't. But one other thing I realized is that usually Advent calendars give you something. They might not, I mean, they don't all give you something, but a lot of them do, obviously. It could be candy, there could be, I've seen beer Advent calendars, whiskey Advent calendars, which I always wanted one of those, but they're pretty expensive, at least the interesting ones. And I've never really put the trigger on that, but one day maybe I'll get a whiskey Advent calendar, just have a different dram for 24 days straight. It's gonna be fun. Or a toy. I actually do have a Lego Star Wars Advent calendar this year. Got it for my birthday. Very nice. So I have a miniature Lego thing to build every day, which I do enjoy. I do enjoy that stuff. But yeah, Advent calendars give you things. Not always, as I mentioned, but usually they do. And I've done 5 years of Advent calendars. I've never given you guys anything, so why not give you something this year? Not every day, because I don't have enough stuff to give. Because I'm not rich. You guys are not. There's not enough of you. There's not enough of you to make me filthy rich like some other YouTubers. Actually, yeah, I've been making 0 this year because of the new YouTube thing. Anyway, I have some keys to give away. And I don't know what the legal thing for giveaways is. I'm not sure if I should call it even a giveaway. There's no prerequisite. You don't need to subscribe, you don't need to comment, you don't need to like, you don't need to do anything. It's not luck based, because it's not a random thing at all. I think this way I should be safe, right? No one's gonna sue me. But there's a key. There you go. That's a key. You've seen the key. Take the key. Don't take the key, by the way, if you don't want the game. It's Human Resource Machine. I have a bunch of extra copies of that for some reason. It's just piled up over the years. I bought it, I don't know, 3 years ago? And I got some extras. One in the Humber bundle, and then I think I got 2 extra copies of Human Resource Machine when I bought 7 Billion Humans, so I think I have 3 total to give away, or something like that. Don't quote me. And I don't know if I'll give them all away. I don't know if anyone wants the game. It's a coding-based puzzle game. It's pretty specific. But there you go. Whoever, first come, first serve, I guess. It's not a giveaway. This is not This is not a sweepstakes. This is not anything. I just accidentally placed a sign with a game key. Oh no, maybe someone's gonna just take it. But I don't care because I can't recover or redeem it anyway because I already have it in my Steam library. There we go. There's that. Are we good? The only thing I ask is if you do redeem it, the game that is, just let me know in the comments. I'd like to know who got it. And then that's that for today, I think. We'll talk about more Christmassy stuff tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a better plan. Maybe... No, I definitely won't give you something tomorrow. I don't have enough things to give away to give something away every day. But I have some other games. Actually, I don't have some other games. I think I have just Human Resource Machine. It's a good game, and if you get stuck, you can just go back and watch my old series on that, and it's like a complete walkthrough with all the optimizations and that. So there you go. That's it for today. That's it for day 4 of the Not Advent Calendar series here, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye.